Welcome to another talk at Filmfest Bremen studio this morning. My name is Ilona. I'm the Artistic Director of Filmfest Bremen, and it's my pleasure to meet with a director and producer of a short film today, Alexandre Isabelle. Their film, therefore, Socrates is Mortal, is featured in two categories of the Filmfest Bremen. One is innovation, and the other is our focus category this year is sustainability. Welcome, Alexandre.
Welcome. Thank you, Ilona.
Thank you for joining us from Quebec, Canada this morning. Yeah. And yeah, your film is also taking place in Quebec area. And it's one of the few entries we have that is featured in two very different categories of the festival, because it's an innovative format, the way you tell the story, but it's definitely our focus point this year on the festival is sustainability, and this is definitely a main point for the main character in your movie. So what I liked about your film in particular is the kind of different roles people play in life. You have your professional lives and you have your private convictions perhaps, and sometimes there's a conflict between those two worlds. And I think this is what Louise, your main character, is going through. Maybe you can kind of like put a bit into perspective if that conflict was something like the central theme for you that you wanted to focus on, and yeah, why you chose to tell it this way.
It is a central topic, and as you can see, I'm a philosophy teacher, so you are in my virtual class. So there is right now in this interview a conflict between my role as director of this film and my role of teacher. I was eager to make this film because I'm a philosophy teacher that have lived some dilemma about what is teaching. Is it teaching just by language and or teaching by action or radical action? And the topic, environmental topic, needs a greater response. So language is not enough. So yeah, the conflict between those lives, the life of teacher and life of activist, was the premier goal of the film.
And also, like, she has to make a decision what comes first, her professional career or her convictions, that it's time to actually take matters into your own hands and do something to, yeah, protest
I think we are all facing that problem individually. What is the limit of the great speech and the action? So by taking a philosophy teacher that has a career in beautiful speeches, I want to tell all the human as to make action and less speeches.
And I also think it's kind of interesting, the opening shot of the film is, your film is in black and white, which is also probably an artistic choice of yours. Yeah. You can talk a little about this later. But what I like, it's a very slow, the camera is kind of going slowly towards the stage, and there is this opening speech for this pipeline project that is supposed to be super sustainable, and we have a feeling it probably is absolutely not. Right? Yes. So, and the wind is picking up and everything is sort of like you can feel the storm coming in that scene, even though it's a very quiet way of showing the pictures. I was wondering also technically how you sort of did that from a technical point of view, but also, yeah, how you sort of, like with that really long opening sequence, how you're kind of setting the stage for the movie.
The wind was written in the script, but so we choose a place in Quebec, near Quebec City. That name is Orleans Island, and it's really windy. So and we for there was a beautiful accident that was one of the windiest day ever in Quebec. So we shoot it, but it was kind of risky. So I was a bit like the sailor of the project in the film as a director. So I say we have to shoot it, but I wanted to show that the nature is stronger than language or speeches. So by the wind going up and up and up, I think human that show that we are mortal and that we are not listening what is going on in climate change.
Yeah, exactly. And I found that very powerful. So I was wondering how you managed to do this, but it was a natural storm. So perfect.
Yeah, it was a natural storm, and Trick or Treat was canceled this date.
Yes. So as a philosophy student myself, or previous philosophy student, I appreciated obviously also the title of your film and the parallels you drew to Socrates. But maybe for the viewers that are not really invested in philosophy, you can explain the title like a little bit more in regards to the film.
Yeah, I will try in English. Socrates it's a philosopher that hope in the possibility of dialogue. So in our society, democratic, dialogue is really important. But the dialogue is it possible right now to face with the risk of the environmental issues? So by questioning the possibility of the death of Socrates is like the death of dialogue and the death of speeches, and to go with action. So the question is it radicalization? Is it necessary, or we can always believe in dialogue and teaching, institutional teaching?
Wow. Yes, this is also the message of the film, I think, in a way that sometimes you have to pick a side, but in the end, Louise finds a way to kind of combine both of her passions for teaching and for activism in a completely new way that makes a lot of sense to her development, I think.
Yeah, and I see the end as philosophy student yourself. I see the end as a bit of the death of Socrates, but I think there's another philosopher, a Greek philosopher that is named Diogenes. I don't know how to say it, but it was a philosopher by action and not by speech. So I thought that this was important in this topic.
So yes, thank you very much for coming by today and talking a little bit more about your film. And like I said, it's featured in 2 of our competitions. We will definitely let you know how the audience reacts to it. I'm looking very much forward to that part. It's a shame you cannot join us in person in Bremen, but we will stay connected during the festival. And thank you for stopping by in the virtual studio this morning.
Thank you, Elena, and thank you for all the festival. I will be one day I will be in person, but right now I appreciate so much what the Bremen Filmfest has made. So thank you.
Thank you, and have a beautiful day in Quebec.